Good morning, my friends. Happy Sunday. I'm over here burning my tongue on coffee. Good morning. I hope you all had a good night's sleep. I'm snuggled up still in some warm hoodie, and it's sleeting and snowing, and we have 4 inches of fresh snow on the ground, and now it's being topped off with crusty, icy stuff. So it's going to be a snuggly warm day in a hoodie and a blankie for KJ. All right, my friends, March 26th. Kings defeated west of the Jordan, Joshua 12, 7 through 24. The following is a list of kings that Joshua and the Israelite armies defeated on the west side of the Jordan, from Baal Gad in the valley of Lebanon to Mount Halak, which leads up to Seir. Joshua gave this land to the tribes of Israel as their possession, including the hill country, the western foothills, the Jordan Valley, the mountain slopes, the Judean wilderness, and the Negev. The people who lived in this region were Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. These are the kings Israel defeated: the king of Jericho, the king of Ai near Bethel, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, the king of Gezer, the king of Deber, the king of Geder, the king of Hormah, the king of Arad, the king of Libnah, the king of Adullam, the king of Makkedah, the king of Bethel, the king of Tappuah, the king of Hepher, the king of Aphek, the king of Lasharon, the king of Madan, the king of Hazor, the king of Shimron Meron, the king of Akshaph, the king of Tanakh, the king of Megiddo, the king of Kadesh, the king of Jokneam and Carmel, the king of Dor in the town of Naphoth Dor, the king of Goyim and Gilgal, and the king of Tirzah. In all, 31 kings were defeated. The land yet to be conquered, Joshua 13, 1 through 7. When Joshua was an old man, the Lord said to him, "You are growing old, and much land remains to be conquered. This is the territory that remains: all the regions of the Philistines and the Geshurites, and the larger territory of the Canaanites, extending from the stream of Sihor on the border of Egypt, northward toward the boundary of Ekron. It includes the territory of the 5 Philistine rulers of Gaza, Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron. The land of the Avites in the south also remains to be conquered. In the north, the following area was not yet to be conquered: all the land of the Canaanites, including Mearah, which belongs to the Sidonians, stretching northward to Aphek on the border of the Amorites, the land of the Gebalites, and all the Lebanon mountain area to the east, from from Baal Gad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamath, and all the hill country from Lebanon to Misrephoth Maim, including all the land of the Sidonians. It's like reading a map. I myself will drive these people out of the land ahead of the Israelites. So be sure to give this land to Israel as a special possession, just as I have commanded you. Include all this territory as Israel's possession when you divide this land among the 9 tribes and the half-tribe of Manasseh. The land divided east of the Jordan, Joshua 13, 8 through 13. Half the tribe of Manasseh and the tribe of Reuben and Gad had already received their grants of land on the east side of the Jordan, for Moses, the servant of the Lord, had previously assigned this land to them. Their territory extended from Aroer on the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge, to the plain beyond Medeba, as far as Dibon. It also included all the towns of King Sihon of the Amorites, who had reigned in Heshbon, and extended as far as the borders of Ammon. It included Gilead, the territory of the kingdoms of Geshur and Makkah, all of Mount Hermon, all of Bashan as far as Salakah, and all the territory of King Og of Bashan, who had reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei. King Og was the last of the Rephaites, for Moses had attacked them and driven them out. But the Israelites failed to drive out the people of Geshur and Makkah, so they continue to live among the Israelites to this day. An inheritance for the tribe of Levi, Joshua 13:14. Moses did not assign any allotment of land to the tribe of Levi. Instead, as the Lord had promised, their allotment came from the offerings burned on the altar of the Lord to the God of Israel. The land given to the tribe of Reuben, Joshua 13:15 through 23. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. Their territory extended from Aroer on the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge, to the plain beyond Medeba. It included Heshbon and the other towns on the plain, Dibon, Bamoth, Baal, Beth Baal Meon, Jahaz, Kedemoth, Mepheth, Kiriathaim, Sibmah, Zerath, Shahor on the hill above the valley, Beth Peor, the slopes of the Pisgah, and Beth Jeshimoth. The land of Reuben also included all the towns of the plain and the entire kingdom of Sihon. Sihon was the Amorite king who had reigned in Heshbon and was killed by Moses along with the leaders of Midian, Eva, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, princes living in the region who were allied with Sihon. The Israelites had also killed Balaam, son of Beor, who used magic to tell the future. The Jordan River marked the western boundary for the tribe of Reuben. The towns of their surrounding villages in this area were given as homeland to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. The land given to the tribe of Gad, Joshua 13, 24 through 28. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Gad. Their territory included Jazer, all the towns of Gilead, and the half land of Ammon, as far as the town of Arior, just west of Rabbah. It extended from Heshbon to Ramath Mizpah and Betonim, from Mahanaim to the territory of Lodebar. In the valley were Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Succoth, Zaphon, and the rest of the kingdom of King Sihon of Heshbon. The western boundary ran along the Jordan River, extended as far north as the tip of the Sea of Galilee, and then turned eastward. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as a homeland to the clans of the tribe of Gad. The land given to the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joshua 13, 29 through 33. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the half-tribe of Manasseh. Their territory extended from Mahanaim, including all of Bashan, all of the former kingdom of King Og, and 60 towns of Jair of Bashan. It also included half of Gilead and King Og's royal cities of Ashtaroth and Edrei. All this was given to the clans of the descendants of Machir, who was Manasseh's son. These are the allotments Moses had made while he was on the plains of Moab, across from the Jordan River east of Jericho. But Moses gave no allotment of the land to the tribe of Levi, for the Lord, the God of Israel, had promised that he himself would be their allotment. The land divided west of the Jordan, Joshua 14, 1 through 5. The remaining tribes of Israel received land in Canaan as allotted by Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the tribal leaders. These 9.5 tribes received their grants of land by means of sacred law, in accordance with the Lord's command through Moses. Moses had already given a grant of land to the 2 half-tribes on the east side of the Jordan River, but he had given the Levites no such allotment. The descendants of Joseph had become 2 separate tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and the Levites were given no land at all, only towns to live in with surrounding pasture lands for their livestock and all of their possessions. So the land was distributed in strict accordance with the Lord's commands to Moses. Caleb requests his land, Joshua 14, 6 through 15. A delegation from the tribe of Judah, led by Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, came to Joshua at Gilgal. Caleb said to Joshua, "Remember what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, about you when we were at Kadesh Barnea? I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land of Canaan. I returned and gave an honest report, but my brothers who went with me frightened the people from entering the promised land. For my part, I wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. So that day Moses solemnly promised me the land of Canaan on which you were just walking will be your grant of land and that of your descendants forever, because you wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. Now, as you can see, the Lord has kept me alive and well, as he promised, for all these 45 years since Moses made this promise. Even while Israel wandered the wilderness, today I am 85 years old. I am as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You will remember that as scouts we found the descendants of Anak living there in great walled towns. But if the Lord is with me, I will drive them out of the land, just as the Lord said." So Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave Hebron to him as his portion of the land. Hebron still belongs to the descendants of Caleb, son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, because he wholeheartedly followed the Lord, the God of Israel. Previously, Hebron had been called Kiriath Arba. It had been named after Arba, a great hero of the descendants of Anak, and the land had rest from war. The land given to the tribe of Judah, Joshua 15, 1 through 12. The allotment for the clans of the tribe of Judah reached southward to the border of Edom as far south as the wilderness of Zin. The southern border the southern boundary began at the south bay of the Dead Sea, ran south of Scorpion Pass into the wilderness of Zin, and then went south of Kadesh Barnea to Hezron. It went up to Ader, where it turned from Karka. From there, it passed to Asman until it finally reached the brooks of Egypt, which it followed to the Mediterranean Sea. This was their southern boundary. The eastern boundary extended along the Dead Sea to the mouth of the Jordan River. The northern boundary began at where the Jordan River empties into the Dead Sea, went up from there to Beth Hogla, then proceeded north of Beth Araba to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son. From that point, it went through the valley of Achor to Deber, turning north towards Gilgal, which is across from the slopes of Adamam on the south side of the valley. From there, the boundary extended to the springs at En Shemesh and onto En Rogel. The boundary then passed through the valley of Ben Hinnom along the southern slopes of the Jebusites, where the city of Jerusalem is located. Then it went west to the top of the mountain above the valley of Hinnom and on to the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there, the boundary extended from the top of the mountain to the springs of the waters at Nephtoah, and from there the towns of Mount Ephron. Then it turned towards Bela, that is, Kiriath Jearim. The boundary circled west of Bela to Mount Seir, passed along to the town of Kesalon and on the northern slope of Mount Jearim, and went down to Beth Shemesh and on to Timnah. The boundary then proceeded to the slope of the hill north of Ekron, where it turned towards Shikharon and Mount Bela. It passed Jabneel and ended at the Mediterranean Sea. The western boundary was the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. These are the boundaries for the clans of the tribe of Judah. The land given to Caleb, Joshua 15:13-19. The Lord commanded Joshua to assign some of Judah's territories to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. So Caleb was given the towns of Kiriath Arba, that is, Hebron, which had been named after Anak's ancestor. Caleb drove out the three of the Anakites, the descendants of Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai, the sons of Anak. From there he went to fight against the people living in the town of Deber, formerly called Kiriath Sefer. Caleb said, I will give my daughter Achash in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sefer. Othniel, the son of Caleb's brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it. So Achsah became Othniel's wife. When Achsah married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, What's the matter? She said, Give me another gift. You have already given me the land in Negev. Now please me with springs of water too. So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. Woo, some of that reading is hard. It all matters. It's all important, and God will honor it all. But some of it is very hard to read and listen to when it's this land and that land, and it's like reading a map. But I'm grateful that God blesses his word and blesses the reading of his word no matter what. Okay. I'm on the right day today. Shocker, I know. We're on day 85. March 26th, right? It is the 26th. Yes, it is. It is. I'm right today. All right. Esther, this is called Your Defining Moment. Esther 4:14. Who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? At some point in your Christian life, you'll be faced with a crossroads decision. We face them when we consider changing jobs, moving out of state, or going back to school. We face them when we have to choose between looking out for our own interests or the interest of others. Esther was a queen in the Bible who faced such a decision. An evil advisor had persuaded her husband, King Xerxes, to sentence her people, the Jews, to death. Her uncle Mordecai pointed out that she was uniquely positioned to save the people, to petition the king. But it was dangerous. Esther chose to put God and the people first. I call that a defining moment, and eventually we all have them. Maybe yours hasn't happened yet, but at some point you will have the opportunity to make an eternal difference in the lives of others. It may be something as simple as driving someone to the doctor or skipping a movie to be with a hurting friend, but it will be a defining moment, a moment when you choose to do the right thing and it affects someone's life. Keep close to God and attune your heart to His plans around you so you don't miss any defining moments. God, please show me the defining moments you send my way. Thank you for opportunities to make eternal differences in someone's life today and every day. Good stuff. I'm liking this devotional. I hope you are too. I'm really enjoying it. A lot of it really slaps me in the face quite frequently. And I need a good slap in the face once in a while, don't we all? My bangs are very bangy this morning. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful Sunday morning. Nikki, she says, I'm a few minutes late to geography. Woo! Some of those are hard reading. Oh, you did, Robin. A foot of snow. I'm over it. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for, it's supposed to be 69 degrees when we go on vacation. And to me, that is just ideal. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just right. It's basically the Three Bear story. I don't even remember what that was called. But never mind. My brain went to the Three Bears, but I don't remember what the story was called. It's terrible. I've gotten too old. I've forgotten childhood stories. Somebody tell me what that story's called. My brain is broken now. I'm too far gone, guys. I've forgotten the story of the Three Bears. There was a little girl, Goldilocks. How could I forget Goldilocks? Oh my word. All right. That conversation really did not add to your morning whatsoever. I hope you had have a great day today. I'm going to go ahead and end in a word of prayer. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for Sundays. Thank you for the Lord's Day. Thank you for an opportunity to bless others around us and to be a shining light to our friends, our family, and strangers that we encounter today. I pray that you will go before us, make our defining moments clear, and I pray that you will just help us with the situations that we encounter that can be defining moments. Help us to remember your word and remember the importance of following you for those defining moments and how they can lead to such beautiful things. I pray that you will go with us today. Help us to honor you with everything we say and do. In your precious name I pray. Amen. Okay, my friends. I'm off to do some work and sit on the couch and relax a little and plan my week. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I will see you back tomorrow morning for more devotions. Have a great day.